Next topic, Nick Nurse, head coach for the Raptors, I believe. I'm not a big basketball guy. You're a way bigger basketball guy. I read this quote and I absolutely loved it. I would play for this guy, even though I'm not a basketball player. I would suit up. I'd go to war with this guy. Just the ultimate process orientation. Talking about that he's not trying to defend a title. They're just trying to play the best they can tonight. And that's the goal for him as a coach. Get these guys to play as hard as they can and play together and get the result. Just go back to work, try to do it a little better again tomorrow. It's fantastic. This is it's like so simple. I remember when they did the Belichick and Saban special, and you and I were chatting about it, and I was like, oh, these are the two most logical coaches in the history of sports.
Yeah, they're the most normal.
They do the obvious things, and they don't try to be like tricky about it. They just be like, oh, do your job. Just make your play. Every single guy, make your play. Don't worry about what other people are doing. And then Patrick's other question with this was, does the energy of basketball equate to the energy of baseball? So I'll let you talk on the process-oriented stuff, but then what's your thoughts on the energy basketball versus baseball in terms of rah-rahness?
There's the reason why the Washington Nationals won the World Series last year is because they were a do-your-job kind of team, right? The funny thing about baseball is there's no, like, it's not just one job. It's not just, one role. It's not one thing you're going to do really well on any given night. Like, the way offense works in baseball is like somebody might have to pick up the baton in a different way, right? Like you might have to bunt one night and then hit a double the next night, or you might need to, get 3 hits on one night and then, hit and run the next day or move a runner over or whatever it is. So the dynamic of that is different, but at the same time, it's a mindset, right? It's just like anything else. It's a mindset. So the whole premise behind what we're trying to accomplish is just be yourself. Like, be the best version of yourself you can be, and don't try to do more, don't try to do less. So can that energy carry over? Yeah, because it's a mindset that is contagious. Like the Washington Nationals decided they were going to win last year. They just decided they were going to win. And they won. That was it. Like, the other teams were like, yeah, we kind of want to win. And people will say, oh, it's irresponsible to say that not everybody's trying to win. Dude, it's a collective effort. And when you have, like, when you see into those rooms and you see into the souls of other people, you can tell when guys get insecure about things, and you can tell when guys are not sure of what they really want or how much they care about it. And it's scary because you make the presumption from the outside looking in that players in the major leagues are like, they get to the postseason, they all want it the most. Like, I'm not calling anybody out, but like, I can argue against that. Depends on the team you're on, depends on your personality, depends on how long you've been playing all season, depends on whether your wife's complaining that the season's going too long or not. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, but yeah, it translates to baseball. Do your job, man. Just go do your job. Whatever the game asks of you, do it.
Completely agree. Love it. Next topic, first team all cool, MLB. Who are the coolest players? I'm going to go with all time because I honestly just don't. There's so many young players in the game right now. It's tough to even keep up with it. Having said that, Javi Baez has got to be on the top of every list for just cool swag, flair. Dude's electric. He's just awesome to watch. Take me through who you got, who are your cool guys. I try to do this more on like a positional basis.
I was just going to say, are we going position by position, or do we need the like generational, like what do you want to do?
Let's just go like all time coolest player, gun to head, go.
Who is the coolest player of all time? That's the easiest question ever.
You're gonna say Derek Jeter.
No, my favorite player growing up was Ken Griffey Jr. It wasn't. I mean, cool team. Like, he's the first guy who wears hat backwards in the whole country.
Yeah. No,
Griffey is cool. He's like the Michael Jordan of baseball.
I thought you were gonna go Jeter because Jeter's 100% on my list. He's like a different kind of cool though.
He's like the anti-cool.
Yeah. He's cool because he's not trying to be cool.
He's the boring cool. He's like, oh yeah, he wore the same Rawlings with batting glove underneath forever, but got to wear Jordan cleats because he played for the I can't believe I called them cleats. They're spikes. Like you got to wear Jordan. He is Jordan. Like he has Ritu packs, dude. How many times have you seen me with him? Yeah, so he's cool. All right, if we're gonna do this, we gotta come up with a plan.
All right, let's do so let's start battery mate. We'll go pitcher.
All right, are you going first or am I going first?
Pedro. He used to cut the sleeves. He had the hair. He was just nasty up there.
Brian Wilson.
Brian Wilson, New Hampshire guy. Londonderry, New Hampshire. Shout out.
Beard, tattoos everywhere.
Brian Wilson, catcher. This one's easy for me. I got two.
It's got to be Pudge.
I got Yachty. Yachty's a Jordan catcher. He's got custom Jordan gear.
Yeah, I know, but that's just
nasty.
Good. Was Pudge cool?
Pudge was cool. I was going to go 1-2, Yachty Pudge.
Is there any way to be cool if you're a catcher?
I'm also going to throw out there Tony Pena, the knee guy down before knee down.
Leg out catcher.
Yeah.
What about like Yogi Berra?
So I just can't really speak to that because I don't know. He didn't have a Twitter account, so I don't know what his cool was. Let's go around the horn. Third base.
You want to go that way? I want to go the other way. Let's go to third. Fine, go.
Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones.
Like country cool.
Chipper Jones
Patrick's making like a disgusting face.
That video needs to show. Chipper Jones kind of a swagasaurus.
He's so smooth, so just chill about things.
It's funny how because he's 12, that he can't understand what cool was to us.
No, he's going off current day Twitter.
Chipper Jones went double forearm wristbands for like
the big ones, the big thick ones.
And he had the Mizuno batting gloves with the double straps, dude. Those were so fire. Third base, cool. Definitely not Donaldson.
Leave that in for sure.
Machado's all right.
No, but Machado's like a nice player, but I don't think he's cool.
Yeah, he tries too hard.
Definitely not A-Rod. He's the definition of try hard.
Yeah.
I got Chipper.
Mike Schmidt had good hair. Brooks Robinson never made errors.
Again, but that's kind of like age out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to say anybody that played pre-1990 or else like the conversation's over.
Shortstop, I said Javi Baez and also Jeter. I think we already covered that. There's a lot of pretty good shortstops. Ray Ordonez was pretty cool.
Ray Ordonez was fire.
I think Omar Vizquel was like understated cool.
Ozzie Smith is still the coolest shortstop ever. Like
doing backflips running out on the field.
He could have played shortstop better than most with like a paper lunch bag on his hand.
Second base.
Roberto Alomar until he spit in a guy's face.
Yeah, he's pretty good. The first one that popped in my head was Brandon Phillips. He's pretty cool.
I'd take Roberto Alomar over him. But Phillips did some cool stuff. Tagged the guy between.
Phillips, if it was a swag contest, Brandon Phillips wins.
Yeah. Well, do you have to have swag to be cool?
No. There's different types of cool. Like we already said, Jeter's kind of like the understated. First base. I'm struggling with this one. Not you. Definitely not you.
I know. I'm the anti-cool.
So first base is hard for me. There's so many good first basemen, but I don't know, like, how do you be a cool?
Ron Mattingly?
Maybe.
Sick mustache. Was Rafael Palmeiro cool when he played?
I almost want to go with Sean Casey just because he talked to everybody. And he was like, first basemen tend to be kind of like where's the personality from a first baseman? Who is like if you have to think first baseman all time, biggest personality?
Miguel Cabrera.
He does some funny stuff like the shirt pulling out stuff.
Yeah, he's always having a good time.
Yeah, Miggy's pretty cool. And let's just hop out to the outfield. Griffey, obviously. I'm gonna throw Devon White out there.
Devo?
Devon White. Patrick doesn't know who he is. He just was so. He'd like make every play look like the easiest.
Like this, yeah,
every ball I'd catch right off his chest. Bonds was pretty cool, but almost like a tryhard.
I got one. I got a good one.
The glove thing.
I got a good one. Andrew Jones.
Super cool. Yep.
Andrew Jones was cool.
I'm pretty Atlanta Braves biased. I was thinking
Yes.
David Justice was one that popped into my head. I always thought he was pretty cool. I don't know, he's talking to himself and while he was hitting. I just watched TBS nonstop every single night. I watch the Braves. Is there a closer cooler than Mariano?
Nah. Kimbrel tried.
He was pitching the 7th inning yesterday without a beard doing this thing. I was like, I think that plays better when you're saving 50 a year. But it is like a whole persona when you're a closer. You have to be this thing. It's the hype. It's the illusion of who you are is almost as important as the stuff that you're throwing up there. All right, post show. I have 2 topics. Number 1, didn't wear a hat today out of solidarity to you. There were multiple comments about your hair, aka what happened to Chris's hair? Goo. Yikes. What happened to Chris? Things like that. Multiple comments. Self-cut hair. Yeah. So I didn't wear a hat today for you.
My hair's solid, bro. I don't know what anybody's talking about.
I like when you grow your hair out. Patrick, please include clip of Chris's big hair for those who haven't seen it. We'll do it. We'll put that in post. Last topic that I wanted to discuss was the gross misunderestimation of Joey Gallo's homer and just the whole concept of how they're trying to estimate homers that go in the third deck going on 430 feet. I've seen one thing that said the ones that hit the upper deck look like they go farther because they hit higher up, but they're actually coming down by the time they get there. I mean, to hit a ball that high, that far is absurd. Baseball needs to do a better job estimating home runs that land on the moon. They're clearly more than 433 feet. It happens all the time. It's unacceptable. All right. That's it for this week's Pelotero Pickle show.
Pickle!